Of course, Shahir Sheikh Bapak Ibu is very popular in Indonesia, but I can tell you, the India nggak ada yang kenal Bapak Ibu. In India, we don't know Shahir Sheikh. So that's the beauty of India and Indonesia, that an Indian actor is popular in Indonesia, but he's not popular in India. And of course, India is known for dance, for Ramayana, for Mahabharata. Kuch hota hai Bapak Ibu mungkin udah lihat, mungkin ya 20 kali atau 30 kali. But again, whenever the movie is there, I'm sure Bapak Ibu, you will still like to see that. And then Kajol is very famous, and people know India also because of Taj Mahal. But today, Bapak Ibu, in the next 10 minutes, I will share more information about the real India, about the country, the education, the travel, culture, the cost of living, benefits, testimonial. There's a lot of information, but I'll try to make it very fast, Bapak Ibu, karena focus kita adalah untuk training session, and this is just to give you all information about India, Bapak Ibu. So this is the map of India, Bapak Ibu. If you look at the map, India is a huge country, Bapak Ibu. Sama seperti Indonesia, India is a huge country with the capital in Delhi yang ada di utara ya, Bapak Ibu. And then yang kalau kita lihat warna-warni, Bapak Ibu, these are the different states atau different provinces. And let me tell you, Bapak Ibu, each and every province or each and every province of India, again, like Indonesia, is very different. The dress code is different, the food is different, the language is different, people look differently, people dress differently. So they are very, very different. So if we think that all the people in India looks like Shah Rukh Khan, I'm sorry to say that that is not true. We are again very diverse, very similar to Indonesia, Bapak Ibu. The population penduduknya 1,3 miliar orang, Bapak Ibu, hampir 5 kali lipat kalau kita bandingin sama Indonesia. The distance from Utara sampai Selatan is 3,200 kilometers, and from Timur sampai Barat is 2,900 kilometers, Bapak Ibu. So it's a huge country. And then the languages, yang bahasa yang kita digunakan ada banyak, Bapak Ibu. We speak Hindi, we speak, every region has its regional language, but one language which connects us throughout the India, Bapak Ibu, is English. Again, as mentioned yesterday, we don't focus on American English, we don't focus on British English, but we do speak our own Indian English. And the importance is that we need to communicate, people can understand it. That's what is more important. The religions, Bapak Ibu, which we respect in India is Hinduism, Islam, Christianity, Sikhism, Buddhism. I mean, we are a very secular country. The currency namanya rupiah, Bapak Ibu, hampir sama seperti rupiah. And then India is the world's third largest education network in the whole world, Bapak Ibu. I mean, we are the third largest. And then Bapak Ibu, if you look at this, yang sebelah kanan, Bapak Ibu, kita ada pulau, we have islands. Yang sebelah kiri, on the left-hand side, we have Lakshadweep. And on the right-hand side, we have Andaman and Nicobar, which is again a part of India, Bapak Ibu. Tapi maaf, Bapak Ibu, if you look at the small island yang ada di bawah, maaf, because the focus is on Indian map. If you see this, Bapak Ibu, this is actually Indonesia. So India and Indonesia, we are maritime neighbors actually, because we share the maritime boundary. And actually, India and Indonesia, Bapak Ibu, we are just 150 kilometers. It's not 300 kilometers, but we are only 150 kilometers, 80 nautical miles from Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So that's why we are maritime neighbors, and India is not far from Indonesia. Education system of Indonesia, Bapak Ibu, hampir sama seperti Indonesia. Kita ada yang sistem SD, ada SMP, ada SMA, ada S1, S2, dan ada S3. S1, Bapak Ibu, adalah yang commerce. Kalau kita bilang program non-teknik, itu adalah 3 tahun. Tapi kalau program teknik adalah 4 tahun, sama seperti Indonesia. Tapi program non-teknik 3 tahun. Dan itu udah akui dari Kemdikbud, Bapak Ibu. Jadi kalau mau konversi, itu bisa. Karena ada banyak siswa yang udah lulus dan udah balik ke Indonesia dengan gelarnya dari India, Bapak Ibu. Now, this is some information about the Indian education system. India has the world's first university of the world, Bapak Ibu. Does not come from the UK, does not come from the US, but it comes from India. I'll share more details about that. The world's third largest education network. India has the world's fourth largest number of PhDs, Bapak Ibu. So that means the students who study in India, the number of teachers who are qualified in PhD are the world's fourth largest. After US, after UK, Germany, it is India. The courses of India are recognized all over the world. Tapi dengan biaya jauh lebih hemat, Bapak Ibu. And regarding the cost, I will share the details in some times. Then books, Bapak Ibu. Now books, in my opinion, Bapak Ibu, are the source of knowledge, are the source of wisdom. Seperti saya, Bapak Ibu, saya udah tinggal 20 tahun di Indonesia, and if I see the books in Indonesia are very expensive, Bapak Ibu. Booksnya mahal sekali. Now that is the reason the students in Indonesia, they don't read from books, but they read from PowerPoint. But one question, Bapak Ibu, what we need to ask, by reading PowerPoint, do we get the intellectual capacity? Can the students be smart in this competitive world? In my opinion, it is very difficult, Bapak Ibu, because books are the source of information, and in Indonesia, unfortunately, karena harga bukunya mahal-mahal, Bapak Ibu, makanya guru-guru juga, dosen juga nggak bisa diwajibkan untuk bukunya. Tapi in India, Bapak Ibu, the cost of books are very affordable. I can tell you yang buku-buku Bapak Ibu, yang buku yang tebal yang 600 halaman yang bahasa Inggris. Kalau mungkin buku yang itu kalau kita mau beli di Indonesia mungkin harganya mungkin 500 atau 700 ribu rupiah. Tapi buku yang sama Bapak Ibu yang kita bisa dapat di India yang kurang dari 100 ribu, dan itu yang it's an original copy Bapak Ibu, bukan fotokopi. Kalau fotokopi jauh lebih murah. Tapi itu adalah sesuatu yang why the Indian students are more knowledgeable because of the books, karena booksnya murah sekali. Then the delivery of English, the delivery of language, Bapak Ibu, in the universities and in the school is 100% in English. In the education system in India, kita bukan cuma yang ajar theory, but we also teach practice. So it's a good blend of theory and practice, and that's why the facilities, the infrastructures, the books help the students to gain just not the theoretical knowledge, but also the practical knowledge, Bapak Ibu. And itu adalah buktinya kenapa CEO dari banyak perusahaan dari seluruh dunia, mereka adalah dari India, Bapak Ibu. Now, Bapak Ibu, this is the photo of the first university of the world, which is called the Takshila University. It was established in the year 700 BC. And sebelumnya, Bapak Ibu, the link between India and Indonesia is not new, Bapak Ibu, if I say in terms of relationship in education. Karena sebelumnya, Bapak Ibu, we had something called as a knowledge route, di mana ada banyak guru, banyak dosen, banyak siswa. Mereka pergi dari Sriwijaya Universitas yang ada di Palembang, mereka pergi ke Nalanda University karena memang itu adalah universitas pertama di seluruh dunia, dan mereka pergi ke sana, dan rute yang mereka ambil adalah rute ilmu, Bapak Ibu. Nah, kita saat ini kita masih ingat namanya rute sutra atau the Silk Route, tapi kita lupa yang rute ilmu, dan itu adalah sesuatu kita mau berkembang yang rute ilmu antara India dan Indonesia. Now, these are some of the photos, Bapak Ibu, of the CEOs of multinational companies, but they are all Indian, Bapak Ibu, of PepsiCo, Microsoft, Google, MasterCard, Adobe, Nokia, and many, many more. And they're all alumni of Indian education. And that shows, Bapak Ibu, the quality of Indian education. Then also, Bapak Ibu, we also have many world leaders across different countries who are actually alumni of Indian education, from like few countries like Burma, Afghanistan, Malawi, Nigeria, Fiji. You have Bhutan, Bangladesh, Tanzania, dan lain-lain. Dan juga Bapak Ibu, kita ada 9 Nobel laureate dari India in the field of literature, science, peace, physiology. Of course, Bapak Ibu kenal sama Mother Teresa, which also she's also from India. Ada chemistry, and then also in economics, Bapak Ibu. Unfortunately, from Indonesia, Bapak Ibu, we still don't have a Nobel laureate. Dan itu adalah sesuatu we need to work for it. We need to make sure that we also have Nobel laureates from the great country of Indonesia. And also, Bapak Ibu, India is just not a country for Bollywood, but India is also a country for inventions. And if you see USB flash disk yang kita pakai, Bapak Ibu, itu adalah asal dari India. Shampoo yang kita pakai untuk rambutnya, kita suka main catur in Indonesia, that again comes from India. Yoga, Wi-Fi, plastic surgery, nomor 0, Bapak Ibu, komputer semuanya yang pakai nomor 0, dan itu juga sebenarnya invention dari India. Dan Bapak Ibu, kalau Anda lihat, ini adalah banyak perusahaan atau perusahaan sebesar di dunia dari negara yang lain-lain, seperti Google is from America, Nokia is from Finland, Deutsche Bank is from German, Microsoft is from America, and so on and so forth. Tapi satu hal yang ada kesamaan antara semua perusahaan ini adalah, Bapak Ibu, the CEO adalah orang India, and that again is a reflection tentang sistem pendidikan di India, Bapak Ibu. Dan juga today Bapak Ibu, today a lot of Indian companies are multinational companies dan mereka punya kantor cabang atau fabrik di Indonesia juga Bapak Ibu. Seperti TVS yang jual moped atau moped di Indonesia, Tata yang jual mobil, dan kalau Bajaj ya Bapak Ibu itu juga asalnya dari India. I do not know why Indonesians call it Bajaj, but in India we call it as Bajaj. But in Indonesia we call it Bajaj, and I'm still trying to understand kenapa. Why do we call Bajaj in Indonesia? And then of course kalau kita ke pharmacy, I mean if we go to a mall and if we go to the pharmacy, Bapak Ibu, Himalaya again is very popular in Indonesia, which again comes from India. Now another important thing about Indian education, Bapak Ibu, is that India is a country which has an environment, ada tersedia lingkungan untuk omong bahasa Inggris, Bapak Ibu. Seperti yang kemarin, as Dhananjay also mentioned and I also mentioned yesterday, that in India we all speak English. The focus is not on grammar, but the focus is on communication. And that is why Bapak Ibu, even yang orang yang sederhana, like contohnya orang bajai, orang yang nyetir bis, orang yang the taxi driver in India, mereka juga semuanya mereka bisa omong bahasa Inggris. And the focus again is communication. And also kita lihat Bapak Ibu, ada banyak siswa-siswi dari Indonesia, kalau mereka datang ke India, I can tell you mereka, they feel a bit uncomfortable. Mereka agak ragu-ragu untuk omong bahasa Indonesia di Indonesia ya Bapak Ibu, omong bahasa Inggris maksudnya. Tapi kalau mereka datang ke India Bapak Ibu, once they see orang sederhana juga omong bahasa Inggris, even though the grammar is not good, but they are able to communicate, I can tell you our students from Indonesia can start speaking English. And also, if in case ada siswa yang nggak bisa omong bahasa Inggris sama sekali, every university, including Marwadi University, they have an arrangement of an English lab where students can actually get training on English language. One important thing, Bapak Ibu, in India we have students from Africa, and please remember, students from Africa, they have never spoken English language in their lifetime. But after coming to India, Bapak Ibu, in 3 months, they will start speaking English. The only reason why is because they just don't learn English for learning the language, but immediately they put it into practice, and they put it practice immediately in their everyday life. In every aspect of life, they use English, and itu adalah alasan why students in India can learn English much faster, Bapak Ibu. India is also, Ibu, we say India is a developing country, but also Bapak Ibu, India today supports countries, the developed countries like US, UK, Germany, France to send their satellite to the space station. Itu adalah that shows Bapak Ibu that India has the technology the same as the developed countries, but with the cost almost 10% of the cost, and that's why developed countries, they would like to get the assistance of India untuk kirim satellite mereka ke space station, Bapak Ibu. And today India is very well known across the world in the field of medicine, IT, computers, engineering, management, business, media, dan lain-lain, Bapak Ibu. Apart from education, Bapak Ibu, India is also very rich in culture, traditions, architecture, wildlife, beaches, cities, a lot of things, Bapak Ibu. It's a beautiful place in India. Like we have, these are different places, like we have mountains with snow. Ada salju juga Bapak Ibu. Like we have the Gulmarg, which is in Kashmir, which is very similar to Switzerland. We also have place in Sikkim, which is very much like Iceland. We have places like Andaman and Nicobar, which is like Thailand. Lakshadweep, like Maldives. Then you have the Rann of Kutch, which is like Utah, which is in the US. The Valley of Flowers in Uttarakhand, which is like California. Then also we have waterfalls, Bapak Ibu. We do have waterfalls like the Chitrakoot waterfalls, which is similar to the Niagara waterfalls in New York. Then kita ada Gurung also, Bapak Ibu. We also do have desert, which is very close to Gujarat. And then we have beaches, we have mountains. So name the thing, Bapak Ibu, everything we have in India. Now coming on the culture, Bapak Ibu, India is again very rich in culture like Indonesia. We do celebrate something called as Holi. It's a festival of flowers, festa untuk warna-warni, Bapak Ibu. But we do celebrate Diwali, which is a festival of the Hindus. We do also celebrate Eid al-Fitri, Bapak Ibu, and I'll explain that to you why. And we do celebrate Christmas, and also we have a place called River Ganga. Itu adalah seperti tempat Hajj untuk orang Hindu di India, Bapak Ibu. Now this slide, Bapak Ibu, if you can see, ini adalah anak-anak. These are all small children, Bapak Ibu. They look very different. They wear different costumes, but I can tell you they are all Indians, Bapak Ibu. So this shows the diversity. This shows that people in India from different provinces, how they look. If you can see, their face is different, their face structure is different, their dress code is different. And also one thing Bapak Ibu, if you look, kalau Bapak Ibu lihat yang anak yang kelima from depan, anak ini yang kelihatannya agak Chinese Bapak Ibu, but this child is from India and he's from the northeast. So we have a lot of similarities Bapak Ibu. It is very similar. So India is just not about Bollywood, but India is much beyond Bollywood. We have different people with different lifestyle, with different color of the skin, and also in the food Bapak Ibu. Of course, in India we do eat rice, but again, rice is not eaten in all over all the parts of the of all parts of India Bapak Ibu. Like di selatan kita suka makan nasi, but utara kita suka makan chapati Bapak Ibu. Again, very very diverse in India. Now, regarding the faith, Bapak Ibu, let me just inform you all, India is the world's second largest Muslim populated country in the world, with a population of 180 million people, Muslims living in India. So that means kalau for example Bapak Ibu yang dari Indonesia mau cari masjid atau kalau mau cari makan halal, it gampang sekali Bapak Ibu, because it is a part of the Indian culture. So because I mean India has the world's second largest Muslim populated country after Indonesia Bapak Ibu. So the cultures are very very similar in Indonesia. Apart from that, of course, we do respect all other religions other than Muslim. Also, it is Christianity, Sikhism, Buddhism, and many others. Now, with all the quality, Bapak Ibu, as I mentioned to you, which I mentioned to you, the quality of education with the books being very reasonable, and also tempat jalannya juga bagus ya Bapak Ibu, seperti tadi kita udah disampaikan. The cost of living Bapak Ibu, maaf Bapak Ibu, saya belum pernah ke Aceh dan juga saya masih belum pernah ke Kepulauan Riau. But I can tell you one thing Bapak Ibu, kalau saya banding sama Jakarta, India itu murah sekali Bapak Ibu. Like in India, for example, biaya hidup Bapak Ibu 2 juta per bulan itu cukup Bapak Ibu. Dan itu udah termasuk tempat tinggal di asrama, itu udah termasuk makanannya 3 kali Bapak Ibu. Dan makanan itu bukan nasi goreng tek-tek ya Bapak Ibu, itu makanan yang bagus. Dan juga udah termasuk yang snacks, udah termasuk cuci baju, gosok, dan lain-lain. Semuanya itu udah termasuk 2 juta Bapak Ibu. I mean, in Jakarta Bapak Ibu, kalau saya lihat yang cuma nasi goreng tek-tek aja ya Bapak Ibu, itu harganya 15.000. Dan kalau kita mau tambahin telur ya 2.000. Jadi 17.000 cuma untuk makan sekali ya Bapak Ibu, dan makan itu 3 kali itu hampir 50.000. It's very expensive. Jadi kita sebenarnya kalau ada orang tua yang pengen kirim anaknya ke luar negeri, tapi mereka punya mungkin they have limited resources ya Bapak Ibu, mereka kan mungkin kurang financial atau apa, dan mereka pikir mereka kurang mampu untuk kirim anaknya ke luar negeri, sebenarnya kita harus bantu Bapak Ibu. We have to help them out, because kita harus bantuin orang tua siapapun, walaupun mereka nggak kaya, tapi dengan biaya yang seperti ini sebenarnya mereka bisa Bapak Ibu. So I think we should help the parents who would like to send their kids abroad, karena education is for all, international education is also for all Bapak Ibu. Then regarding the cost of education, untuk program non-technical it is 15 to 25 juta per tahun ya Bapak Ibu, itu bukan per semester. Dan program teknik itu 25 sampai 50 juta, yang kalau saya bilang itu hampir sama seperti universitas private di Indonesia Bapak Ibu. Then also, Bapak Ibu, there are student visa for students available. We have the Embassy of India, which is in Jakarta. Kita ada Consulate General of India yang ada di Medan dan juga ada di Bali, Bapak Ibu, just for your information. The benefits of Indian education, Bapak Ibu, is India and Indonesia, kita nggak jauh ya Bapak Ibu, kita sebenarnya tertengah, we are maritime neighbors. Kita cuma 150 km away from laut, itu kalau dekatnya yang paling dekat Aceh Bapak Ibu. Similarities, culture-nya hampir sama Bapak Ibu. Untuk adaptasi culture jauh lebih gampang karena culture-nya hampir sama. Study benefits Bapak Ibu adalah seperti tadi kita udah disampaikan, quality education, biaya nggak mahal, biaya hidup nggak mahal, dan bukunya murah sekali, dan itu adalah source of knowledge, source of wisdom Bapak Ibu. Dan juga undergraduate program Bapak Ibu, kalau program non-teknik itu 3 tahun, jadi kita untung 1 tahun. Then also we have skripsi Bapak Ibu, itu pasti siswa-siswi kita mereka senang. In India, we do prepare the research, tapi nggak ada sidang Ibu, tidak ada sidangnya, tidak ada sidang skripsi Bapak Ibu. Jadi pasti siswa-siswi kita mereka senang sekali kalau mereka tahu karena sistemnya pendidikan ini adalah dari UK Bapak Ibu, dari Inggris. Jadi kita nggak ada skripsi, sidang skripsi tidak ada untuk S1 dan S2. Then part-time jobs are possible once we get the approval from the from the universities. And also kita ada PPI India, ada Persatuan Pelajar Indonesia di India ada juga Bapak Ibu. And of course, Bapak Ibu, I can see on the group there are scholarships. Yes, Bapak Ibu, there are also scholarships which are provided by the government. There are also scholarships which are provided by the universities. And that's why, Bapak Ibu, even though this webinar completes, I will continue to keep in touch with you all to help you all with the scholarship programs, also with many other scholarship programs from the government, from the university. We will definitely keep in touch with to help you all. And then Bapak Ibu, once siswa-siswi kita mereka sudah selesai belajar di India, kita sekarang ada 100 lebih perusahaan India yang ada di Indonesia. Jadi nanti untuk cari kerja pasti lebih gampang Bapak Ibu karena mereka juga pengen untuk recruit alumni-alumni dari India. So we have a lot of testimonials Bapak Ibu, but again my focus here is not on this, the focus on many else. Tapi jadi I just wanted to share some information about Indian education. So this is our contact details. Of course, we are on the WhatsApp group. So Bapak Ibu, you all do have our contact details. Terima kasih, Shukriya everyone, Bapak Ibu. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you, Dhananjay sir, for this opportunity to share information about Indian education, sir. Thanks a lot, sir. Terima kasih semuanya. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for taking them a virtual tour to the entire country. So amazing, great presentation.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
All right, so all set, everybody. I can see a lot of chatting happening in the chat box, and it's good, people connecting. And you know, yesterday we were confused that why they raise the hands and they keep raising. Now I got the reason. They ask somebody who is from my area, can you raise your hands? And then they raise hands and they meet and they chat up. So it's good. See, the idea is there is a lot of learning available around us, but we are not able to connect with each other. So you can connect, but the only thing is that when you are focusing on the screen, please focus on the screen. And when you are chatting, then chat. So we will give you time. Don't keep chatting only, then the main purpose will disappear. So just need your signal. Am I audible, visible, and understandable?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. So before we begin the day today, quickly we will revise the yesterday's what we discussed yesterday. And if one by one, I'll give you next 4 minutes the chat box to be filled by the content which we discussed yesterday. So all of you start typing based on your memory. Can you recall what all we discussed yesterday, the concepts? So go ahead and keep typing. Now your time starts. Learning is experience. That's good, Rila. Learning is experience. Everything else is just information. So you need to make the learners experience the content, not only facts and data. Go ahead quickly. I need what? Yes, rooster. Yesterday we discussed rooster, but rooster what? Rooster is a medium to deliver the concept. Effective communication, vocal, verbal, and visual. That's right. If you don't balance all these three, then people will notice your visual more than your verbal. That was the concept. Be the change you want to see in the world. That was Mahatma Gandhi. Learn about teaching way, how to communicate effectively with the students. Three important things in communication. India is one of the most beautiful countries. What a teacher is more important than what he or she teaches. How to motivate our students. That's right. Learning is change. Talking about what teacher does and talking about how to communicate. Self-confidence. We discussed about how to motivate students. Learning is a change. Teaching from heart. What a teacher is more important than how to see the communication cycle, perspective, how to motivate the students. Three keys of communication. Wonderful, wonderful. Great. Effective for communication is vocal, verbal, and how to motivate the students. Wonderful. So you covered most of the things. We also covered from known to unknown. Remember? Taking the student from known to unknown. We did one exercise of 18-digit number sequence. Yeah. Change in cognitive level, affective level, and psychomotor level. And we need to design our lesson plan so that they can get those things. Being the real teacher. Yeah. Wonderful. It's not a job, it's a duty, it's a profession. So teaching is not a 9 to 5 job. It is 24-hour. You are a role model, you are on a pedestal. People will always follow students. You are going to touch the life forever. And your job is not only to teach, but to inspire. Don't forget, inspiring the students is also your responsibility as a teacher. Inspiring for life, inspiring for your subject also. That's right. Wonderful. So I think we covered most of the things. Spoken from the heart. Proud to be a teacher. Teacher is a role model for students. That's great. So now come out of the chat box. Time up. Time up. No more chat box. Come out of the chat box now. I had given yesterday the homework. Let me see how many of you have done the homework. Please raise your hands. Go ahead and raise your hands if you have done the homework. Oh, great. So many. 21 hand raises, 27, 28, 30, 36, 40 people have 41. Out of 220, I can see 45 hand raises, those who have completed the homework. Very poor performance.
Okay.
Why teachers, yeah, 50, yeah. I think they are searching for where is the hand raise option. That's good. But again, the learning happens by what learner does, not by what teacher does. So you need to do the homeworks, assignments. 44 participants only out of 221. Okay, so the homework was nothing to do but to make you experience. Oh, you didn't get the homework, Susantri.
No, we shared it in the group, sir. We shared it in the group, in all the groups.
Okay, so please make sure you are part of the groups which is created by Ravi sir on WhatsApp. I think WhatsApp, sir.
Yeah. Bapagu, if in case anyone is not in the WhatsApp group, please do send a message to us and please be a part of the WhatsApp group. I mean, you'll have to be a part of the group, WhatsApp group, because all the communication takes place in the WhatsApp group. Thank you.
Because yesterday I also got some comment on the YouTube that somebody was mentioning that I did not get the Zoom link. So please make sure you be the part of this workshop. Okay, so he also says I'm not on the WhatsApp group. So those others, those who are there, please share the link with everybody, or you can drop the link here itself, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's come out. I think it was because the homework was sent late at night. Okay, okay. I agree. I agree. It is my fault. I sent it little late, but we'll give you time. I have given time till the, I think, okay, second. All right. So fine. So just wanted to make you understand what this, to make you feel, to make you experience what concept yesterday we discussed. Yesterday we discussed the concept that was uh, 3 V's Mehrabian theory, and that was the idea. But why not to begin a day with a very innocent clip, which I yesterday wanted to show, but I couldn't. So let me play a small clip and look at the innocence of a child, what child is doing against her teachers. And take it lightly, just to make my point. Don't be a teacher like this. You know, we as a teacher, we learn from two different things: how to be a good teacher and what not to do as a teacher. Yeah. So I'm going to play a small clip. Just enjoy the clip, the innocence of the child, and the emotion, the feelings of that child before we begin the day. So very innocent child. Here is the clip for all of you. Okay, so just to know, my slide is visible to everybody.
Yes, sir.
Now I need to make certain changes. So let me stop first and then again. So this is the clip which I'm going to play for all of you, and that is called the role of a teacher.
Sir, we are not able to see the screen completely, sir.
Not visible.
Something is blocking, sir. There's a block. I think I can see the YouTube link, a YouTube page behind, but in the front there's something else.
Okay, okay. Today I'm using actually two screens. That is why it is creating little problem. Just let me fix it up first. Technology sometimes misbehaves.
Yes, sir.
Now it is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, why this is happening this way? Yeah, I think now it is okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So just to put the things into the perspective, okay, we'll take the questions at the end. The question is how to become a good teacher in spirituality. I'm an English teacher. We know teacher is one of the. Okay, so we'll take the questions at the end of the session today. But please focus on the screen. And I want to make a small point that what not to do as a teacher, because that is also a good learning for the teachers. And on the screen you can see one child, very cute child, Becky, and she is from Dublin, and she calls a demolition company and asks them to demolish her school. And please listen to the conversation. It is just for the lighter side. Have a look on the conversation and communication in English of this child and enjoy.
Hello, Intercore.
Hi, is that the
Is it audible? Ravi sir?
Sir, 1 second. No,
Is
sir.
the-
No. We're not able to hear, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Hello, Intercore.
Yeah. So now I have put the subtitles also of the conversation on the screen for you to follow. They are talking on the phone, so little noise, but there is the subtitle also. So have a look.
Hi, is that the demolition?
It is, yeah.
Could you help me to destroy my school, please?
Just bear with me a second. Hello.
Hi,
Oh, but what school do you go to?
I go to a school in Dublin.
And you want it demolished?
Yeah. Do you use a big wrecking ball, or
We have-
how do you knock it down?
a big ball. What do you mean?
Right.
Well, hold on 1 wee second, please. Hello.
How are you? My name's Becky.
Yes.
I have a proposal for you.
Go ahead.
Are you the demolition man?
Yes.
You're the top boss, yeah?
Go ahead. What's the crack? Hello.
I want you to help me destroy my school.
You want it blown up?
Can you blow it up or knock it down?
Whatever you want done.
I'll blow it up, that would be better. Can you make sure that all my teachers are in there when you knock it down?
I don't know if we get away with that now.
You will, nobody likes them. They give me extra homework on a Friday and everything.
Where are you calling from?
From Dublin,
What school in Dublin?
the one that's about to fall down.
There's a lot of schools in Dublin about to fall down.
And how much would it cost to knock it to the ground?
It depends how big it is.
Give me a ballpark figure. Figure.
He's not there. Come here.
demolition company or a joke factory?
It's a joke factory at the minute, hey. It's a joke factory.
Listen, are you going to come and knock my school down or what?
Ah, well, Shelley, can you fax me through a photograph or a site plan or something?
Right, I'll fax you through a plan of the school and my teachers' names.
Yeah, no problem, yeah.
And you just make sure that they're all in the building when you knock it down.
You put all their names on it. I'll give you a price for each individual teacher.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
When the school falls down, will it make a crash or a wallop?
Well, to say hey in Belfast, it'll make a big bang.
Sounds good. Oh, listen, I'll talk to you later, top man.
Sound, good luck, hey. You look after yourself.
Fill your boots, man.
Right? Good luck.
See?
All right, so look at the emotion of a child. The child says that please make sure all my teachers are therein when you knock it down. So just on the lighter side, we are a teacher and we give a lot of homework to our students, to our kids in the class, and maybe they don't like it. And that is why I call that you need to inspire the child. You need to touch the heart, go to the heart and open it for you to deliver your concept. And that is why teaching is not an easy job. It is very, very tough job. Among all the professions, teaching is very difficult, very tough. And again, I'm making a provocative statement. If your child is not interested in your subject, it is we as a teacher failure. I'm not saying pointing out finger to any one teacher, but we as a teaching community, we failed because the child is not interested in my subject. Maybe not I, some other, but as a community of teachers, we need to take this responsibility. So moving forward, today's session, my colleague, Mr. Nurali Chamadia, I would expect him to appear on the screen. Nurali, are you there? Yes. So here he is. Let me tell you a little bit about Nurali. He's a very, very versatile trainer. He is my training manager in the learning and development vertical. Designs a lot of workshops, conducts, runs. And today's session, he is going to take you further on a roller coaster ride. You will feel it because he will not let you even wait. I mean, be ideal for. Ravi sir, can you mute your microphone?
Sure, sir.
Sometimes it is creating noise. So now it is, I'm just inviting my colleague, Mr. Nurali Chamadia, and all the teachers, please welcome him and give a round of applause for Nurali to take us to the ride today. So over to Nurali, screen is yours.
Let me first check whether my voice is clear and audible, and let me ask Dhananjay sir whether it is clear and audible, and how much time do I have today to complete the session?
Yeah, we have till 1:30 by India time. I think, I don't know about in Indonesian times, Ravi sir can tell you.
Sir, we have another 1 hour, 15 minutes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Am I very clear in my voice? Is my voice audible to all of you all?
Yes, sir.
That's great. That's great. Wonderful, fabulous. And I would like to welcome you all on behalf of Learning and Development Department. And it's a fabulous gathering out here conducting this workshop. It's the second version of the workshop. And I'm really very thrilled to be a part of this workshop and conduct the program in front of you, all of you today. So how are you feeling is my first question. Are you happy? Are you okay? How are you feeling right now is the most important thing, because teaching happens by heart. A lot of feeling is involved here. So how are you feeling? Before I flash my slide, I want to check the feeling level. I will do that at the end of the session also, because I want the same energy, same feeling to go. It should not happen that right now you are happy and at the end the feeling changes. So I want to check it out. How are you feeling? Feel great, super, great. I can see a lot of participation. So let me quickly share the screen, and I would request the rights from Dhananjay sir so that I'm able to share the screen. And that's great, wonderful. I see your participation on the screen in the chat box. That's very great, super.
Some of they are saying not clear enough. So a little bit maybe closer to the microphone.
Great. So is my screen visible to all of you? I think it is.
Yeah, it is visible, but you know, the chat boxes are coming in front of the screen, you know, those chat box which you have opened, keep it inside or corner or minimize it so that it is hiding this.
Yeah. Has it gone now?
Yes, that has gone, but on the top there are some.
Okay, now?
Yes.
Okay.
Another one, there is another one still. Something which is on the top of the screen. A gray block it is creating. Yeah, now it has come down.
Okay. Now has it disappeared?
No, it is there down on the right hand side. It is hiding some. So by the time Nurali is fixing his internet, the device, I must say that I'm sorry, we can't do anything if you have bad connection and raining there. We are very sorry for any disturbance, but we can't help it out. So the show must go on. So you have to manage it by yourselves. I understand the technology, the internet connectivity, sometimes it misbehaves, but that is how the life goes on. So we'll continue. Try to join as better as possible, but okay. So over to Nurali.
I hope the slide is now completely visible.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. And it was, first of all, let me tell you, fabulous listening to you, sir. Day one, we learned a lot, the principles and tools of learning. And today, to expand on this a little bit more and to zoom what we have got for you, I have a slide in front of you. I would like to begin with a welcome slide, but I need to ask to my friends out here in the teaching community of Indonesia, tell me if there is anything missing out here. You find something unusual in this slide? Do you recognize what is there on the slide? Is there any error, missing something? Okay, let me check it out if your responses are there. Oh, yeah. Bang on. You say E is missing. Well, I want E to go. Are you able to grab what I am trying to say? I want E to go. What is it that I'm trying to tell you? I don't want E. I want E to go. If you mix those two words, E to go, E go, E go, ego, Hisham, perfect, Rila, perfect, very good. So what we are trying to tell you is that learning never breeds ego. So is teaching, because as learner, you are also a teacher, you are also a learner. And that's where we would like to say, for this session, we would want you all to keep your degrees away for some time and participate in this session as a learner, because it will also empower me to understand my profession better and will be able to also learn from you all. So whenever we are into this profession, the first lesson that I want to try give you with this help, with this slide, is that the E should go. The E should go. I hope I'm clear. And at Learning and Development Department, we have this tradition of welcoming participants. And what do we mean by welcome? If we say there is an acronym of welcome, what is it? What is that? I would like to flash it for all of you. So when we are saying welcome, what do we mean? We mean when you enter this room, learning is definitely going to be fun. So I tell you, any learning that does not involve fun will not involve interest, and in turn will not be taken properly by your pupil or by the student. So learning has to have the element of fun. So what we are saying is, when you enter this room, learning is fun, cooperation is expected, of a positive attitude and mutual respect. So there is a lot of cooperation from both the parties, from the students, from the teachers. They have to cooperate and collaborate with each other. There has to be the positive attitude, and there has to be mutual respect. Now, most often what happens, we are donning the hat of the teacher, so we feel that, okay, we are superlative and we are standing at authority. So that respect never comes towards the pupils or towards the student. But then that learning curve demands that learning platform demands that we mutually respect our pupils, and we have everything to there in terms of our positive attitude, cooperation, and mutual respect in everything that we do and say. So this is the first lesson that I have to give to all of you with the help of my welcome slide. I hope the message is conveyed and delivered. And we have the disclaimer. We may use some pictures, we may use some content. We would like to give credit to their original authors, and there is no attempt of taking any credit, and we are duly giving them the credit. So today's agenda is very clear. We have teaching what it looks like as a profession. We have already understood there is a noble duty. It's a matter of passion, and what are its essentials, and what is the role necessarily as a teacher. These are the things that largely we are going to discuss today. And the first thing first that I want you to do is an exercise. Are you up and ready for the exercise? And let me tell you, in my session, when you have to say yes, you will have to say yes twice. Means you will have to say yes, yes. That's the best way to say that you are up and ready. So you will have to say yes, yes twice. Am I understood well? Am I understood well? I want you to say yes, yes, all of you. I will keep you active, because if you are active, if your mind is open, remember, mind is like a parachute. It only works when it is open. Otherwise, there is no use. So we want to keep you active. We want to keep you working. And we said that it is a workshop. So please remain active. Say yes, yes twice. And then I have an exercise coming up for all of you. But before we start this exercise, I want to tell you, you are not going to give me the answers in the chat box. Agreed? Yes, that's great. You are not going to give me the answers in the chat box. I will give you the link where you will have to give me the answers. So wait for the link till the time link comes in the chat box. Don't answer. There will be a question, or rather not a question. There are 5 lines written in English. What you have to do is you have to count the alphabet F. F alphabets you will have to count in it. Am I clear? Is the matter understood? There are 4 or 5 lines which will flash on the screen. It will be in English, and you will have to only count F alphabets. Don't count all the other alphabets. Only count F alphabets. Keep the answers with you. Do not jump with answers in the chat box, and wait for the link. I will be giving you the link, and then you all should jump, participate, and answer it over there, and I'll flash the results. I'll show you the results also. So done? Great. Copy. Okay. Five seconds time you have. After 5 seconds, these lines will go away. Count F. Done. I told you I do not want your answers in the chat box. I'm going to give you the link where you are supposed to give me the answers. So the link coming up for all of you. Please access this link. Go to this link and vote. Share your answers over there. Do not send it here. Please share your answers in the link. It is the first requirement. The link has been shared with you in the chat box. So I'm waiting for your answer. You can now access the link and go to the link, answer it. Oh my God, I have seen so far 50 responses. I want the responses to touch 250 if we can. We have 50 more seconds. Let's say 50 seconds. Can we go to 150? Then we will have a clear view of what people are saying. $100. That's good. Can we go to 150? We'll stop it at 150. Let's see if we can continue for another 10, 20 seconds. Let's see if we can get the answers. Great. 10 more seconds to go, and then I'll share the results with you. Wonderful participation, I would say. So I'm sharing with you the results. Results are now on your screen. You can see. This is what it looks like. And 52%, majority of you have said that the answer is 8, whereas the others also believe that the answer is 4, 6, 7. Great. Oh, the percentages have reduced now. It is 53%. And before I show you the right answer.
So Nurali,
yeah,
if we give another
Second,
chance to
correct.
these people, those who are saying 4, these 12% or other 19, they can prove it to people, those who are saying 8, that no, it is not 8. Yeah.
Very true, sir. Very true.
Because it happened in broad daylight and they counted it.
Yeah. Very true. And if we give another opportunity, sir, then the results will also change here. There is a possibility. There is a probability.
Yes.
So I'm really very happy with your participation, and I want to show you. I have shown you the result, but I want to show you the slide once again, and then think about your answer. Then quickly, in 1 or 2 seconds, I will show you the right answer also. But I have shared with you this. This is the result with you. Now I'll stop this. I'll go back to my presentation. We promised you we want to keep you on your toes, and we had started with an activity. And I shared that there are 5 lines, hardly 5 lines written in English, and you have to count only F, number of F, total it out, and then keep the answers in chat box, which you did not do. You keep the answers with you. Don't type it in the chat box, but you eventually typed your answers in the chat box. So this was the question. You were to count F and your answers we saw. This was the link. And now the answer is yes. Now you can count it out for yourselves. Wonderful. Those who have said the answer is 8 is correct. Congratulations to all of you. And congratulations to all those who have participated. Because I tell you, to win the game, you have to be in the game. If you see win word, it has in word in it. So you want to win the game, you have to be in the game. So congratulations, well done, fabulous for being there and being in the game. Today, we have learned something. There were 5 lines. We were only counting only one alphabet. It was very simple for us all teachers. We made a mistake. So I want you to deliberate a little bit on the chat box and tell me, what is the learning? Why did we make the mistake? What is the reason?
And we are not only dealing with the teachers only, we are dealing with the English teachers.
English teachers, exactly. So we want you to tell us what caused this error, why this mistake. The task was pretty simple. Let us check out what you have to say. And I will have to find out what you are writing in your chat box. I am not able to see. Dhananjay sir, if you can just help me out with the chat box, if there is any opinion coming out there.
A lot of opinion. They say that we couldn't focus. We have to focus because I'm so nervous and I can't fully concentrate. The
Okay,
A,
great.
B. I forgot to count in off one word that is small.
Okay.
My answer is true, and there are a lot of people, those who are celebrating also that hooray, yes, 8, yeah. The time was too short. I don't focus.
Yeah.
And congrats to me as a participant.
Fantastic. Now the chat box has appeared to me also, and I
Okay.
can see wonderful. I mean, you are celebrating, you are joyful. See, this activity brought joy and smile to you, isn't it? Am I right or wrong? This gave you a chance to express. So point here is that when we are doing something in the class, we should give some opportunity to the students. Mistakes are part and parcel of the game. As long as we don't repeat the same mistake again, mistakes are part and parcel. We are learning all the time. But in learning, we should give some opportunities to the learner to express their knowledge, to express their understanding. And because of the lack of that time in the class, somewhere down the line, the learning precipitates, this doesn't happen. And that's where we would like to say, yes, F is for fun. There has to be fun. And we were to count and we were to check. So this was a simple task. As teachers, we made errors. So as students also, look at the amount of error that we made. As students also, students are supposed to make errors in their class. Allow them to make errors. Allow them their mistakes. From that, they are going to learn. So the more the mistakes, more the learning. More the mistakes means there is absolutely more participation. So be happy with that. Don't get angry with the mistakes. Mistakes are a part. So please provide, lesson is please provide opportunities for the learners and allow their mistakes and encourage participation. And your learning will become fun, not only for you, but for your pupils, for your participants, right? Moving on, thank you very much. I would like to say for your participation. Moving on. Did you enjoy it? You can type yes, yes in the chat box. Once again, I want to keep you active. Did you enjoy? Great, great. Yes, yes, twice. So this is something that we must do. Not forget. Whenever we ask you something, yes, yes. Yes, my name is Noor Ali. As Dhananjay sir mentioned, my name is Noor space Ali. So I saw in the reasons also you said that sometimes we skip in haste, we don't see the small little things. and we did not spot that F. We did not count F in that off word because it was a small word, and we just skimmed through. And these are the small little details that we're going to tell you is going to be very, very important in your profession as a teacher. Big things will be made by the small things. The small things are to be kept tightly and to be understood well and to be given due importance. Small things like smiling when you enter into the class. Let us take a look at yourself first. When you enter into the class, look at your energy, look at your smile. Is there happiness? Is there feeling of being, you want to be there in front of your kids, on in front of your class, or it is just a mundane duty? Then I don't think it's going to make it happen for you all. So these are the small little things which are important. Dress well, go with energy, give some time for them to refresh, tell something out of the context, allow them that time to get settled into your class. And that settling period, we are talking of small little things. This will make your class wonderful, and I mean it. I have experienced it. I have tried going straight away into the class and trying my subject without smiling, without talking, or without taking due attention to all these things. I fall flat on my face. Did not work. So I want to tell you out of my experience, go to the class with all these small little bases covered. Message delivered, copy that. Yes, yes. So I now have another activity. See, we have this fabulous workshop which gives us a lot of freedom to do so many things and experience and experiment so many things. So another task that is coming up for you is, see, I have designed my session in such a way that we will be interacting. At the same time, I will be giving you the task. So the task that comes to you is one quality or one word that comes to your mind when it comes to your favorite teacher. Take a look, go into the flashback, think about your schooling days, think about your classes that you enjoyed the most, your college, your school. Take a look at your teachers, pick out your favorite teacher, and pick out the quality that made him or her your favorite teacher. Don't type it in the chat box, please. Do not type it in the chat box. I'm going to give you a link in the chat, and I want you to type that word or that quality that makes that particular person your favorite teacher, right? So I'll be sharing the link in a moment, just a moment, and I'll be putting it in the chat box. Go to this link and think about one good quality, one word. Let's say fun loving, let's say very humorous, let's say creative, let's say, you can say, pick up any word and associate it with your favorite teacher, because of which that person becomes your favorite teacher. Very easygoing. You can think of any word that comes to your mind. I don't have to tell you about the words. You are all masters of language, so you will be all able to express yourself. This is one word that you want to express out there, and I'll share what kind of results we are getting through your participation. It will be really intriguing, exciting to know what you have typed. Great, great. I can see so much of participation. I have so far registered about 70 responses. We have 30 more seconds to go, and let's see if we can beat the earlier number and go to 150. I am waiting. Fantastic participation. Wonderful, I would like to say. I would like to show you also what it looks like on the screen. You continue your participation. Because when we participate, we learn, we celebrate. Let us celebrate this moment of participation. Friendly, humble, oh my God, fabulous participation, I must say. You can see for yourself what are your observations. The knowledge, easygoing, clever, inspiring, humble, caring, smart. Kudos to you. Well done, charming one. Strict and smart, good looking, motivator, knowledge and experience. Oh my God, wonderful participation. So we would like to say clap, clap for all of you. I have thoroughly enjoyed doing this activity. This tells me that we are not looking at the subject only, we are looking at other facets and components and parts of a teacher. You can see you are talking about smartness, you are talking about wisdom, you are talking about care, you are talking about easygoing, laughter, fun, so many things, honest. Look at these qualities. So it is truly said that what a teacher is more important than what a teacher teaches. So you yourselves have given this evidence. It is proven that a teacher is judged. It has many yardsticks. To judge the teacher is seen on very larger canvas. So we should be ready. If we want to become the best teacher, these are the things that we and all our pupils are going to like. Wonderful participation, I must tell you, wonderful. Going back to my presentation, did you enjoy this activity? If you enjoyed, you can type yes in the chat box. See, remaining active is good for health. See, by exercise is good for the body. Participation in the activity is good for mind. Intellectually, we need to be smart. We need to do some exercise every day. The body demands exercise, mind demands intellectual exercise every day. Well done. So you've all shared your views and opinions here. This was the link. Now I have a picture in front of you. I hope you are able to make out what this, or a shape, kind of a shape, what this shape looks like according to you. Do you have any idea, any word you can associate over there? Pentagon, okay. Okay. Looks like 5 sides of pentagon. A crown, okay, fantastic. Crown. Crown generally looks like this. Well done. Well done. Fabulous. So a teacher has to wear a crown when he or she goes in the class. I would like to tell you, repeat once again. Teacher will have to wear this crown and go into the class. Tell me if you agree at the end when I tell you what this crown is all about. Meanwhile, you can keep guessing what this crown is all about. It's like a hat. It's like a diamond shape. So many participation. I'm very happy. So what I'm saying is it's like a crown. But what this crown looks like? On the top of the crown, we have pupils. So pupils means our students. So top priority is given to our students. Agreed? Done? Understood? Top priority. They are our topmost priority. That's the angle. And we have different personalities. We have different kinds of learners. All are different. And that's why our teaching is a thankless job. It makes the profession difficult only because we are dealing with 60 different people in the class. So we need to understand each and every one. They are our priority. Unless we make them the priority, we don't understand their psyche. And unless we don't understand them, we'll not be able to appeal to them. Preferences, they will have preferences. All will have different preferences. So we'll have to put all the preferences together and bring out something which will appeal to all of them. And this is a thankless job. This is a no-mean task. We understand that. But unless you try and make a a point to understand your pupils. You'll not be able to discover their preferences. There are ways and means to discover the preferences. You will have to try number of things in the class, and then you will come to know that there are preferences. So this is the crown of teaching. Pedagogy. We say pedagogy. There are different ways to appeal, different formats, different activities. Define your pedagogies with reference to your pupils and your preferences. And then problems, you will be rest assured that there are going to be problems. There are going to be problems. There are going to be problems. So you will have two real-time problems, even when your pedagogies are in place, even when your preferences are in place, definitely your pupils are in place, but there are going to be problems. So what is the last one? What is the fifth angle? And the sixth angle, I'll tell you, we said it's hexagon. It shows only 5 angles over here, but I say it's a teaching hexagon. The sixth one, I have not shown it here, and it is shown in the slash over there, is patience. Patience is something which a teacher has to exhibit. Any subject you teach, we heard you out yesterday, a lot of problems. They don't do practice, they don't speak up, they don't do nothing, but there has to be patience. There has to be ability to deal with the problems, ability to define right kind of pedagogies, and define right kind of preferences, so that you bring closer them closer to your subject. And this demands a lot of practice. As a teacher, are you doing a lot of practice before you go into the class, how to deliver this subject? Do you have a dry run happening? Even if you say experience, now experience should not come with should not breed ego. That was the first lesson. Even if I am 5 years, 6 years, 10 years into teaching, I should not negotiate with practice. I should have a dry run in my mind. I should execute myself. And that's the sixth angle. That's why I say it's the teaching hexagon. I put a crown because it was a crown that a teacher wears. It was symbolic of the crown. That's why I've kept. But the sixth angle we should not forget. And the sixth angle is practice. Please, please, my dear friends, teaching community in Indonesia, I tell you, teaching is subject. Art of teaching, or how sharp or smart you are with teaching, it happens only with practice. There is no substitute of practice, not at all. It is a matter of practice every day. So I hope this teaching hexagon has to be in your mind when you are going to in the class, right? First, pupils' top priority, preferences. Find out, discover your students. Give opportunities, you will know their preferences. Talk to them, you will know their preferences. Pedagogy, look at different ways of doing same thing in different way. Find out 2, 3, 4 ways to do it. Problems, you're going to deal with problems, real-time problems. After that, also you will face problems, new kinds of problems. Have patience, have a bigger heart, and do a lot of practice. So I hope teaching hexagon makes sense. Am I right? Yes, yes, if you have understood the concept. Can I have a yes, yes in the chat box so I understand that yes, you have followed it? Great. So we all are teachers, so we all must be wondering, what is our job, what is our power, what is our identity, what are the ideal teaching parameters, what are the ideals in teaching? You would like to see it for yourself, isn't it? I have a platform in which I will ask you to do one activity, and you will discover by yourself what is the strength and power of this profession, what are the real ideals in teaching, and what is the worth of teaching. So are you ready to experience the thrill of this activity? Yes or no? I want a big yes, yes in the chat box, and then we will share with you the link which will help you to do an activity. My chat box has become a little slower. I need to see whether there is a yes, yes coming up. Sir, whether the yes, yes has come from all the students?
To check.
Yes, I can see.
It is coming very fast.
Yeah, great, great. So we are all up and ready to do this activity. Wonderful. But I must explain you before you start doing this, what is this activity, right? So an activity for you, the link which will be shared in the chat box. First, understand the activity. You will have in front of you 24 cue cards. 24 cue cards. Each card will have half a quote. There are proven quotes on teaching and learning. What I have done is I have split the entire quote into two. I have made two halves of one quote. Like I quote an example. Where there is will, there is a way. There is a quote like this. Where there is will, there is a way. What I have done is I have kept in one cue card, I have kept where there is will. In another cue card, I have kept there is a way. So what you need to do is you need to match both. How are you going to do match? Is by clicking on the cue card first, the first part, and then clicking on the second part. Once you do that, what will happen is when the match is correct, the color of the card will change. Once the job is finished, pay your attention here on the screen, folks, please. This is the most important thing. This is where your attendance counts. So once the job is done, you will have to click the message button on the top right hand side of the screen. And once you click, after the job is done, after all 24 cue cards are solved, you will get a message of congratulations. Once you get the message of congratulations, go to the message button, click there, submit your name and your email address, and your activity will reach me. Last thing, you will also have to find out which quote appealed to you the most. So think about the quote that appealed to you the most. You are going to see 24 cue cards in which we will have 12 quotes. Think about the quote that appeals you the most and make sure it becomes your tagline whenever you start teaching next time in the class. And how will it look on the screen? It will look like this. So if you are doing on your mobile, you will have to scroll a little bit to find out all set of cards. And if you are on the PC, it will work fine. But remember, after doing this activity, you will have to go to the message button, which will be on the top right hand side, and you will have to submit your entry. It will look like this. The link, I will put it in the chat box. It will look like this. The first half says, you may be just a teacher, but to your students, you are a hero. So you will have to match these both. The colors will change. First, it will look blue, then the colors will change. I hope the matter is well and truly understood with all of us. And I want a signal from your side. You say yes, yes, and I will share with you the link. Great. So the link is in the chat box now. And sir, how much time do you think we can give to them to complete this activity?
I think they're all teachers. 10 minutes is enough. Cue cards we have.
We have 12 quotes.
So 15 minutes is 10 minutes is okay. 10 minutes.
Okay, we'll give you 10 minutes time, and you have to complete this work in task, in class work. This is task number 1. At the end of the class, there will be another task given to you. So you will have to complete 2 tasks. Task 1, which is already in class task, which is given to you in the form of the link. And then at the end of the class, there will be another task coming up. So what I'll do is I will show it to you how it looks like on the screen. It will look like this. And your time has started.
There are some participants, those who are facing some trouble, I think, in the link, but they have to try at their end. There is nothing wrong from our end. Technology, this internet is running well.
So it must
Yes,
be the network from the
maybe,
respective answer. So
maybe.
that should be fine.
Done is what the responses I am getting, and you are well in time and very quick. I must tell you that you are very quick. Fabulous. But I also gave you another task in which I also asked which quote appealed to you the most, which quote made you to think twice which quote has changed your opinion about teaching. Think about the quote. Keep that quote handy with you. So we have 2 more minutes to go, and in 2 more minutes, we will complete. The time given to you would be over, and then we will go back to our presentation. So you have 2 more minutes to do the task. And congratulations to all you wonderful people, all the teachers out there for your participation, for your enthusiasm, for your love, for your patience, for your understanding, and for your smartness and quickness. You are really very quick. Oh my God, Hisham, you found out the word, found out the quote that is very near to you. Teaching is one profession that creates all the other profession. Look at the power. Look at the power in this quote. And that's true, it's a fact. Yes, the quote from Einstein's Sapiril Pohan, I would like to say this. I mean, the quote of Einstein, which is very, very apt. I don't teach the students, I only provide them conditions. So our job has to be providing those conditions and opportunities where they learn. Teaching is one profession that creates all the other profession. That's fabulous. That's something which is closer to even my heart. When I look back at all the 12 quotes, this comes very naturally to me. Remember, you have to submit this to me by clicking the message button. I will show you once again how you're going to do this. On the top right hand side, you can see this message button where the hand is. Once you get the congratulations message, which says that the task is completed by you correctly, all the 12 quotes have been matched, you hit the message button, click it, write your name, I'll write mine, and I'll write my email address, and I will send it. Okay, so my answers were sent successfully. This much you will have to do. And if by any chance you have forgotten, you have missed, you can access to this link later at the end of the class. Afterwards, you can again do this activity and you can again submit this task. So I'll go back to my presentation screen once again. Meanwhile, I can see number of responses where you have mentioned the quotes that are near to you now, that brings you closer to your profession, or that has appealed to you the most. Wonderful. A teacher takes a hand, opens a mind. This is the quote that will define you from now on. Now on, whenever you enter to this class, keep this quote in the mind. One quote, if you keep in the mind and go into the class, it will be a changed environment. I can tell you, I can guarantee you that. Fabulous. Thank you very much. Going back to my presentation, I hope the screen is visible. And you can type yes, yes again if the presentation screen is visible to you. We are going ahead with our presentation. Yes, yes. Okay, I have received. Thank you. So can you notice these two people on the screen and recognize them? Can you recognize them? Who are they? You can type answers. Yes, Bill Gates. Okay. Bill Gates. Okay. The other one, boss of Microsoft. Yes, big boss of Microsoft. Great. Okay. The other gentleman with the mic in the hand is Les Brown, one of the best speakers that you will come across to. A fabulous person, and with a lot of inspiring presence on the stage when he talks on various subjects. And you know Bill Gates, who has created Microsoft. Without Windows, we can't work or function. That is the power that he has given to the people. So we celebrate these two different personalities from different fields. And there is a reason we celebrate, because the role of the teacher is there in their making. And I want you to tell me tomorrow when we come and meet, you are going to tell me their story. I will not tell you. I am just giving you the task. This is out of the class task. Go research, find out about Bill Gates and the role of teacher. Mrs. Kaferi is the name of the teacher who played a significant role in the life of Bill Gates, and you will know he has given a lot of credit to the librarian, who in turn has made a lot of impact, which has created the kind of person Bill Gates whom we know today. And Les Brown, also another teacher who has created a lot of impact on Les Brown. So I want you to find out these two people, search about them and the role the teachers which have played in their lives. Task accepted, agreed. You can type A so that I understand that task accepted, agreed. You will go find out the role played by teacher in their lives. A, I'm going to ask you tomorrow. Type A, I understand. Yes, that you are going to search and find out the impact that teacher has made in their lives. Fabulous. Thank you very much. And now moving on, another important message that I want to give you today is you are a person, simply a fabulous person. Why? Because you are a teacher. Why? Because your heart is bigger than the average human being. You have a lot of compassion. You have a lot of understanding. You have a lot of space in your heart for a lot of students in your class. That makes you a special person, and you are with a special purpose. You look at yourselves in the mirror and you say, I'm a fabulous person because I am a teacher. That's the motivation that you need to have every day. Waking up, seeing yourself in the mirror. I'm a fabulous person because I'm a teacher. I have a lot of space in my heart for my pupils. And we are touching the lives. We are not teaching. We are touching the lives. Next time when you meet somebody who asks you, who are you or what's your profession? I have a profession of touching lives, changing lives, making lives. That's what my job is. That's what my profession is. And then you take a lot of pride. There has to be a lot of pride in the profession. And you should wear your heart on your sleeves when you go into the class. That energy should come out, that in each and every word that you speak, there has to be a lot of patience, compassion, participation, and love for the knowledge, love for the subject. And I'm telling you, it will help you a great deal in your career. So we have this blank coming up, another form of activity that I will be putting it up in the chat box. You go and fill this blank with the two words. You can choose one word, and the link that I have to share is in the chat box in a moment. I'll be sharing this link with you. Go to this link and choose the effective word for yourselves and fill in the blank. Access the link. Quickly, we have only 1 minute to do this activity. Access the link and choose the word according to you. I-teaching. Choose the right word according to you. Nothing right and wrong. According to you, what is the word that you would like to choose? So some more time given to you. Let me see if you have voted. All of you have voted. Great, great. I would like to now present the results with you. Which word comes to your mind when you look at teaching? And your responses are simply superb, I would like to tell you. And you can see for yourself what your response in collection looks like. This is what 89% of the people are saying. I love teaching. And that's where I want you to be. You must love. For all other professions, we may use this word. I like singing, I like drawing, painting. But for teaching as a profession, we cannot go anything shorter than love. There has to be a lot of love in teaching. Then only the quality will come out. Then only the purpose and the actions will come out. So I fully, totally agree with you. Next time when you think of this profession, think of love, and your opinions will definitely change about everything. So fabulous responses I have received. You guys are simply super. Clap, clap from my side for your wonderful participation. Going back to my presentation, I have one more slide coming up for all of you. So when we say we as teachers, we love our profession, then we not only have one love, we have two love, we have three loves. What are these three loves? Love of learning, love of learners, and love of bringing both together. And that's our profession is. We love teaching, but our love is like three loves we have to put together. Interesting quote over here. We give the due credit to its maker. Three loves: love of learning, love of learners, and love of bringing the first two loves together. That's where we would like to say the teaching essentials come into the picture. My dear friends, I want your attention now here on the screen, the teaching essentials that I have for you. This will be my last slide, and then we will move on to the question and answers. I have 5 minutes still to go, and we will be completing probably within the time. And the matrix, the essential, what is the essential as a teacher or the role as a teacher. What is that? These are the two words that comes to my mind. If you can see, will and skill. What do we understand by will? You can type it in the chat box. I'll see what you are typing. But will means willingness to do something, willingness, love for the profession, you can say. If you remove W from will, what will remain? What will remain? If you remove W from the will, what will remain? Ill. Ill means sick. Somebody who does not have the will look like a sick person, is what will means here in teaching. That will, that motivation has to be there all the time, flowing, overflowing, I would like to say, in the case of the teacher. So will has to be there. And then we are talking of skill. We are talking of skill. Skill means ability. Skill means knowledge. Skill means knowing your content well, knowing your subject well. If we remove S word from the skill, what will remain? That is skill. If we don't have the skill, we are going to kill the subject. We're going to finish the subject. We often say as teachers, we're going to cover the subject. We're going to finish the subject. So unless we have that right amount of skill to go with will, the job will look boring, the job will look monotonous, job will not look entertaining. So I would like to say, I have divided this into 4 boxes. Let us look at these 4 boxes. The bottom box we are talking here, bottom box, the first box on the left hand side of your screen, the bottom one, which says if the will is low, down, skill is down, low, the job will be poor. We will not like it, others will not like it, we will not enjoy, others will not enjoy, our performance will be poor. Go to this side of the box, we see if the skill level is very high, we know how to do things, but we do not have the energy from inside, we do not have the will from inside, we do not have the motivation from inside, then it will look ineffective, it will not touch, and that's how it becomes ineffective. But if the will level is high, I have a lot of motivation, a lot of energy, but my skill level in my subject is low, then I will not get the due participation. I may not help myself as an able teacher. My performance will remain mediocre. But if I have the right amount of will going high and right amount of skill going high, then I will become effective. So when you look at your subject, when you look at your motivation, if you are in the 4th box, which is a green zone, which is an effective zone, then I must tell you, keep this will and skill matrix in your mind, and I'm sure the job will be done. I hope you have enjoyed this session. It was wonderful bringing this session to all of you. It was fabulous interacting with you, participating with you, acknowledging your participation. I was really, really very happy being with you, is what I would like to say. My sincere respects for all of you for patiently listening to me and for your participation. Well done. Thank you very much. And now I will hand over the session to Dhananjay sir. And if you have any questions, you can put it in the chat box. We'll be more than happy to answer you.
Sir, you're on mute, sir. Dhananjay sir, you're on mute.
All right, so thank you, Nurali. Thank you very much. Great show. We had wonderful interaction. I can see the energy among the participants also. There are a few questions we will take. I think few questions. Quickly, I will just take from here. See, one question which is very common. Now, the question which is very common, that English language, how to empower my student to love English. being a foreign language in Indonesia. See, my first message to all the teaching community, English is no more foreign language. Come on. English is an international language, number one. It is a common language of people for interacting. So remove this, that this is a foreign language, number one. And how to empower my student to love English. I can give you an example. My child, a 3-year-old child, 4 year, she doesn't like the green vegetables. She hates it to the most. But we as a parent want her to eat the green vegetables. So what we decided, why not to create or prepare a sandwich? Put the green vegetables inside the bread, put some cheese, put some mayonnaise, put some things which she likes, and inside that sandwich there is green vegetables. And then she enjoys that sandwich. So the message, I think that I need to sandwich my English in what they love, what they like, what they enjoy. And that I need to devise a program. I will tell you one thing. Now the world is gamifying the learning. Nowadays, the video games, they are not only games, but they are meant for something to learn. So can we have the gamified learning of English language? I will show you, in fact, one game which I designed, that is the snake and ladder game. Using snake and ladder game, I wanted to drive 100 things to do on campus by the newly inducted students. So if I simply give a PPT, a talk, it becomes very boring for them. So what I did, I collected 100 activities which they are expected to do in next 4 years of their studies here at campus. And I put it there in a snake and ladder game, and they love to enjoy. They engage with that game for 3 hours. Can you imagine? If I deliver a lecture 3 hours, they will run away for induction. But that game is working very fine. Whenever they do something positive, like they attended their English language class, they get a ladder and they get promoted to the next level. But when they bunked their class, they went to the canteen, suddenly they came down, the snake was there and they brought it down. So the message was also being delivered, and the learning, which the message which I wanted to drive was sandwiched within a game. So we need to gamify the learning. What they love and what I want them to learn, both has to be sandwiched. And there are games available to make the learning fun. And Nurali was mentioning that if learning is not fun, it is not learning. So that we need to do, I think. Maybe in coming webinars, when we connect, we can showcase some activities and games which we prepare and we use in the learning and development. Generally, before March, we were doing it actually in the physical mode in a seminar room, but now we are doing it virtually because of this pandemic, but that is also working.
Sir, I can see one question which is from Hisham, and he asks that is there correlation between teacher motivation and student competency? Give your opinion. I would like to tell you, the correlation is as good as if you have petrol in the car will run. If you have more petrol, the car will run farther. It will go more distance. So if you have more motivation, the student competency will definitely go to the level where you want it to go and grow. So if you want to grow student competency, you must grow as a teacher. And how to grow as a teacher is put all your experiences together, introspect, think about it. I tell you, think has a word ink in it. Jot down your experiences in the book. Go into the class, see where it worked, where it didn't work. When you collect all these experiences together, you will be a wiser person. Maintain your portfolio. Go maintain your portfolio. Go and see your experiences. Gain knowledge with different platforms, online learning, workshops, and I'm sure the motivation level will increase, the skill level will increase, which will in turn results in student competency. I hope I have answered your question, Hisham.
So there's one more question. Some students can catch very fast, some are pretty slow. So how and the teacher finds it difficult to balance. Any idea, any suggestion?
It's always, I would say, in my experience, whenever I have been in the class, I will always come across to a group which is little slow and the group which is faster enough. So what I do is I divide them into the groups and I give them the task. Once it is identified that the person is little slower, the person is little higher, I would put all the abilities together and help them. It works for them. People learn from peers more than from the teacher. And also, it is one way of learning. Also, I would like to say, provide them different kinds and types of the task which will help them to express themselves. All the tasks need not to be appealing to the higher cadre of the students or higher level of the students, and all the tasks need not to be on the lower scale where the interest of the higher level students will fizzle out. So you need to know the proportion of the students in the class, group them, club them nicely. In some cases you will club all the low learners, slow learners together so that the collective pace comes up. In some cases you will have to go and mix it up with the higher order, or the higher learners or the pacey learners to galvanize their own pace. So it works unless you know, figure out their preferences. That's why I would say teaching hexagon works. You need to understand your pupils, see their preferences. Once you have seen their preferences, the pace will definitely improve. And you have to appeal to their preferences with the right kind of pedagogy, with the right kind of problems, and with the right kind of patience.
Right. Okay. Any other question, Bapaibu? Maybe I think one last question, if there's any one last question, because we are running short of time. Bapaibu, anyone would like to ask a question? To Dhananjay sir, to Noor Ali sir, anyone? Last question for the day. Sure, Iburini, I will share my number. There's one question. Students at my school lack interest to study as they come from a very lower economic class of society. How to encourage them to study better? Dhananjay sir?
Yeah, I think you should be a good storyteller. Stories have become the best way of learning for the mankind for so many long period of time. So as a teacher, I also need to tell stories to my kids and children before I come to my own concept or my own, why I started with the story of Mahatma Gandhi this session to connect Rajkot with the life of Gandhi. It was not part of my session. So the idea is, please, you need to get a story from every class and share it with the students. One story can change the life forever of that child. And I can give you multiple examples. Greatest icon of India, one of the greatest cartoonists in India, that is R.K. Lakshman. He passed away. When he was alive, without him, without his cartoon, the Times of India, the greatest newspaper, was not complete. It was incomplete unless his cartoon was there published. And he became a cartoonist because of one teacher. When he was in class 5, teacher told him that you are going to be a very good cartoonist, because he gave an assignment to all the kids to draw a cartoon. And that Lakshman, he said that I drew a people tree leaf on my slate, and go and read his autobiography. He has written it. My teacher came in the class and he showed my slate to everybody, keeping it high like this to all the classmates, and told, look at the people tree, look at the beauty of this people tree leaf this Lakshman has drawn. And I think Lakshman will become a good cartoonist, good artist rather. He never knew what is the profession of artist, cartoonist. But then he said, I never doubted that my destiny is not to become a cartoonist. So I think we need to inspire. We need to bring the stories in my class also. Bring outside world in the class. Don't talk only about English. Bring people outside from the world and take it in your class and then take to the English language. Never go always only with English. Go with some stories, go with some games. And somebody asked that there are so many types of fun. Therefore, you need to have a variety of elements of fun in your class. Sometimes a video, sometimes a game, sometimes a story, sometimes something else, sometimes outside in the ground. Have a variety, because in my class, there are different ways, different types of students, those who enjoy life differently. And that is what the mandate for us as a learning and development department here. We are training our teachers, our faculty members around the year to bring these things in their delivery in the university. Over to Ravi sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. So there's one last question. This is again coming in from Iburini. It's actually to Mr. Dhananjay, sir. Sir, can you please give some solution on how to make students love to teach English? I know you mentioned this, sir, but probably you can just share your last thoughts, sir.
I would say that gamify English. Bring stories for English. Bring this the real life examples in your class. Don't limit it to English only. Bring the real life examples in your class. I can tell you one example which I took in my class. I gave my example of my brother, younger brother, who is working here. He also did not learn English language, and he did not even forget about English. Now he had to learn Spanish. And company gave a timeline that within 3 months you have to pick up this language, otherwise tata bye bye, because we are going to work on the Spanish project. So he had to learn in 3 months. So bring that model in the class, that hey, look at that, you are not going to go out of Indonesia, but you are going to work with the people, those who are not from Indonesia, and there you will acquire this language, and that time you will curse. So bring those stories, bring your anecdotes, bring your examples, own real life stories. And sometimes you need to cook some stories also in the class to drive your point. What's wrong in it? But you need to have the art of storytelling.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Thanks a lot. Once again, thank you, Dhananjay, sir. Thanks a lot, sir. And also Noor Ali, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for the wonderful interactive sessions. Yes, sir. Please. Sorry, you're saying something. Please go ahead.
Ravi sir, I have typed one link in the chat box, which I
Okay.
would like to share with all the participants of today, and would like to hear them in that